Yo, Blow is here, and today I bring another Wi-Fi battle. This one is against NoJnp, great guy. Anyways, we were skyping, and we were skyping. We were just chatting, anyways, and he was like, "Hey, let's battle, really." Anyways, and it was an OU match, and he told me firsthand. He was like, "I built this team in like 5 minutes," and I was like, "What? I took like 5 hours for my team. How the fuck did you do that, Noah? I don't." What? Anyways, a decent match. His team looks pretty well rounded. I was intimidated, nonetheless. Let's get to it, shall we? Anyways, he goes into his Trinitar, and I go into my Hydreigon, and I was pissed off when I first recorded this, because, first of all, my new webcam has a microphone built into it, so basically it was that was recording and not my regular headset, so I was like, fuck man, I had to record again. But either way, first world problems, it doesn't even matter anymore. It does not matter. Anyways, I go for the U-turn knowing that Tyrannotars don't really take U-turns well. And I go into my Gliscor as he goes into his Magnezone, and I know that Magnezones don't appreciate Earthquakes too much, even if they do have the Air Balloon, so I know he's going to switch out. He goes into his Skarmory, hoping to take a possible Earthquake, as I go into my Heatran, kind of predicting that. I set up the Stealth Rocks, and I'm like, yes, I kind of predicted, but honestly, in all truth, I wanted to go for the Lava Plume, because a Burnt Skarmory is a pretty boss Skarmory in my opinion, especially if the opponent has it. Anyways, he makes a smart play. Instead of going to Hydreigon, which I thought he would, just to resist the fire type move, he goes into his Dugtrio, takes in the Toxic as I am left as Death Fodder, which really sucks. But then again, I really don't use Heatrans as tanks or as walls of some sort. I don't know what's wrong with me. I never use them as tanks. I usually use it as Death Fodders, if anything. Then again, I don't really think Heatran's the best Pokemon. I mean, maybe a Choice Scarf set would work out. I don't know. But anyways, besides the point, I go into my Gliscor knowing that I could just revenge kill it with Earthquake. But instead he opts to save it for later. I don't know why. He goes into Skarmory, and one of two things. One, we can't really do much to each other, and two, he does carry the Whirlwind, so I'm going to hopefully just go into my Virizion, and he goes for the Whirlwind, as he is probably going to go for the Whirlwind, and he does, so that's really good for me. He probably expected that he wouldn't do much with his Brave Bird to my Gliscor, because Gliscor's, even if it doesn't have investment in defense, can take physical attacks really well. Anyways, here he switches me out into Hydreigon, which is never a bad thing, in my opinion. Anyways, as I go for the Focus Blast, and I miss. Anyways, he sees that, he switches into his Celebi, knowing that he can resist the Focus Blast, and he probably would take it well. Anyways, I am Choice Scarf, so it's not going to be doing too much, hardly a dent if anything. I can't really do much. I had to switch out no matter what, as he's going to stay in with his Celebi, and he expects the Virizion, and that was a great play by him, as he goes for the Hidden Power Fire, Ice. It doesn't really matter anyways. It's super effective, and me looking at the damage, I know that I could live one more Hidden Power Fire, Ice, or whatever he throws at me. Anyways, he goes for it again, and I barely live with like 5 HP, blah, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Anyways, I go for the Hidden Power Ice, and I didn't expect to finish it off. I expected to leave it at red health to the point where, where Sandstorm would just finish it off, but I do get a crit. I hardly think the crit matters. I could just gone to Hydreigon, gone for the U-turn. Even if he did switch out, Stealth Rocks would take care of Celebi, so it wasn't really too big of a deal. Anyways, here I go with Hydreigon. It was a double down, so I got the better end of the stick. As I go for the Focus Blast, hoping that he would just be frustrated, stay in with his Tyranitar, or maybe playing it risky and hoping for the miss on Focus Blast, but instead he switches out into his Dugtrio, which is great now because now my Starmie is kind of well off now, and Gengar is somewhat not threatened anymore. Anyways, I go for I switch out to my Gliscor, I mean, as he is probably gonna go for the Brave Bird, just inflicting some damage on Hydreigon, or maybe Whirlwinding out, I don't know, but either way, this is the best play because now we are both walled by each other. We can't really do much to each other, so I take the opportunity to go for the Fling, just to get rid of my Toxic Orb, so that way Acrobatics could just kick in, and two, because I stay in with my, Gliscor, hoping that he would go for the Whirlwind, and he does Whirlwind me out into, Hydreigon, which is great in my opinion because I stayed in only because I expected Whirlwind, and I do have 3 special sweepers, each, what's it called, being a threat to this Skarmory, so that's why, that was my thought process there. Anyways, I switch out into Gliscor for I don't even know what reason. I don't know what I was predicting, maybe Tyranitar, I don't know. Anyways, he stays in with Magnezone, using it as death fodder because he doesn't see Magnezone as too much of a, what's it called? A team player for against me or whatever. I can't think of the words, but you know what I mean, because I don't have a steel type and anything else could just easily hit it for super effective damage. Anyways, he misses the Draco Meteor, and in chat he was like, "Oh man, I think that mattered," and I'm like, I don't really think so, because looking at this second Draco Meteor, it does take me down to a little less than 1/4 of HP. But then again, he is now at special, I mean, at -2 or -1, depending on his item. And plus, I could always just, what's it called, stall him with, what's it called, my Poison Heal and Sandstorm damage, so I really doubt that mattered. Plus, what's it called? Stealth Rocks would just be kicking in. It would just be a bit of a mess, but I think it was the faster, what's it called? This made things speed up a lot quicker. Anyways, he goes to the Roost. Decent play by him. I'm just going for the Acrobatics, just inflicting some damage, because I know he's not going to Roost off in Acrobatics. That'd be stupid. Anyways, I get a crit. Hilarious, hilarious. That crit mattered so much, guys. Anyways, he goes for the Whirlwind, blows me out into Gengar, and this is a great matchup for me because even if he does Roost, I am a, what's it called, sub-disabled set. I could at least just go for the Disable, but then I don't really want to go for the Disable only because he could easily just switch into to this T-Tar, and I would just be playing on thin ice because then again he could just go for the Pursuit. He could probably be Choice Scarfed. There's lots of very different options. Oh, plus I could mess with the Focus Blast, so I don't want to play, you know, too cautiously. I want to keep this offensive momentum going against the Skarmory, because this Skarmory is basically the last wall that he has, and if I take this thing out, it's good game. Anyways, Focus Blast is doing a little less than half, but I did manage to take it down to a little less than half of his health, so that's good for me. He blows me out into Starmie, so that's looking great, actually. Because, I mean, Starmie could just easily go for Thunderbolt, finish this Skarmory off, and go for the Hydro Pump on this Tyranitar, but instead, he switches out to his T-Tar, knowing that he is a special defensive behemoth monster, Cloverfield, whatever, I don't know. Anyways, I go for the Hydro Pump. I do carry the extra belt, and I knew that I should go for the safe Thunderbolt. I didn't want to over-predict, go for the Hydro Pump on Skarmory, because I thought it would probably live, if anything. Because sometimes people will put special defensive EVs in Skarmory, you know, just wanting to play cautiously. So that's why I didn't go for that. Anyways, Hydro Pump takes him to a nearly little bit of health where he just barely lives, and I go for my Gengar, finish him off with Focus Blast. I mean, Shadow Ball. Sorry, guys. Anyways, here he goes into his Skarmory, and me knowing that I could probably finish this game up in one Focus Blast, I do so. Good game, Noah. It was an honor battling you, as always. And now down to business, guys. Anyways, like if you like it, sub if you're not already a sub, but besides the point. Anyways, guys, serious business here. I am getting kind of tired of Pokemon. I'm not saying I'm gonna stop battling. I'm gonna upload, if anything, no matter what, guys. I'm just saying, like, I'm getting tired of my content only being Pokemon battles. So I'm gonna switch it up, throw in some random ass shit, like maybe some anime things, maybe some game things, I don't know, but basically I'm expanding my channel. So if you guys still want to be subscribed, I hope you are, but I'm not saying I'm gonna stop uploading. I'm saying, like, I'm still gonna keep my schedule once a week, but I'm just saying, what is the point I'm trying to say? Oh yeah, there's gonna be a few minor videos that'll pop up in your sub box. Don't have to click them. I'm not saying you do, but that's it basically. You know, I hope you guys actually do watch them. Then get into my animes, whatever. I just want to reach out to you guys, so I think this is the best way. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching, and laters.